I can't believe I actually thought for a second that the FBI was going to lock up the sitting president of the United States simply because he's guilty. I think it's because I'm around white people all the time. And white people have this thing I call toxic optimism. It's the kind of optimism that makes you believe you can get into college because your mother is Aunt Becky. He also claimed that if he hadn't been elected, the U.S. would have gone to war with North Korea. First of all, you don't know that. And second, all right, fine, we'll take that. Just anything but you.
President Trump began his speech with his tie crooked in his jacket, while Mike Pence's tie was so straight, it makes me suspicious. In his memoir, A Higher Loyalty, James Comey calls President Trump ego-driven and said that he is untethered to truth. The book was co-authored by Captain Obvious. President Trump responded to the claims in Comey's new memoir, calling him a leaker and a liar, which coincidentally is also the name of the video the Russians have. Also, Sean Hannity's a journalist. Can you imagine if Obama had been calling Anderson Cooper every night before he went to bed? I mean, Anderson can. I just think Hannity loses a lot of integrity as a journalist if he ends his night saying, "No, Mr. President, you hang up." This week marked the first anniversary of Melania Trump's Be Best anti-bullying campaign. And if you don't think it's going well, you're a fat idiot who has no friends.
President Trump welcomed the Boston Red Sox to the White House in honor of their World Series win. However, most of the team's black players skipped the ceremony in protest. Said Trump, perfect.
Hi, Colin. Hi.
How's it going, Hope? Now, I have to say, I'm a little surprised that you're here. I feel like I've never heard you speak.
No, you haven't, because I haven't. No, I never have. Never had to. No one's ever pressed me on it. The media's been so nice to me, like, insanely nice to me.
But then we took away the handy holds and the footsie woots, and now it's anti-climb. Then Trump went on to say this.
So it's a great wall, and it looks, I think it looks fantastic. Very see-through, so you're able to see the other side, which is a very important element. Okay?
And Hillary Clinton announced this week that she is officially not running for president. Am I the only one who's disappointed? First of all, I think she'd be a great president. Second of all, I want to see a rematch. Come on, Hillary is like Rocky in Rocky IV. No one thinks she can come out of retirement to beat this Russian hero who barely speaks English. Well, guys, we were off for a month, but conveniently, so was the government. President Trump, the man who said he would own the shutdown, clearly does not care about the people who are working unpaid, who can't afford basic things like food. But why would he care? He's a billionaire who controls all the hamburgers in the world.
President Trump announced that he would be withdrawing the U.S. from the Iran nuclear deal. And look, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about the Iran deal. But Trump is. And you know the only part of that deal Trump has read was the signature on the bottom that said Barack Obama. That's all he needed. Trump is undoing so much of Obama's work that Obama is going to start fading away in pictures like Back to the Future.
And then Putin greeted President Trump with, as always, a violent sack tap.
Your voice wasn't trembling when you was threatening school teachers and shaking down porn stars. I want to hear that guy talk to Congress. At least Donald Trump has the decency to slowly fall apart until he's dragged off in handcuffs like a boss. I mean, that's how I want to leave SNL.
This new guy, yep. If I knew he was coming in so hot, I would have worn an oven mitts, which is what I use as a sleeping bag. But I will say, Colin, it's nice to have 9 justices again, because for the last year, you know, we've been a hung jury, except for Justice Alito. That guy legislates from the bench, but he measures from the balls. That's a Ginsburg. What?
Now that wall sounds awesome. But tell me more about this new one.
The walls we are building are not medieval walls. They are smart walls.
smart walls with brains. Got it. Now, someone told me that medieval solutions were actually effective.
They say a wall is medieval. Well, so is a wheel. A wheel is older than a wall.
You know how much more black people would care about the planet if you told us we was gonna lose Atlanta in 10 years? Black dudes would put windmills on their rims. You want white women to care about the environment? Tell them that if they don't do something about climate change, we're gonna lose all the yarn. White women love yarn. No more hats, no more scarves, no more of those ridiculous socks you knit for your dog.
The New York Times also published a report accusing the Trump family of cheating the government out of $500 million in taxes. Personally, I think the IRS should just seize all the money the Trump family hid and give it to Puerto Rico. Or better yet, they could make Trump's biggest nightmare come true and let a bunch of Puerto Ricans come live in his buildings. Now, to be fair to Judge Kavanaugh, it's insane that... Thank you. Thank you, one guy. To be fair to Judge Kavanaugh, it's insane that he has to answer questions about his high school yearbook. If you looked into anyone's high school yearbook, you'd find something super embarrassing. Like, I regret that my senior quote was a Smash Mouth lyric, and I very much regret that my hairstyle was the Rachel.
First of all, you know damn well Donald Trump didn't read this memo. It's 4 pages long. And the only time Donald Trump reads 4 pages in a row is when he's ordering breakfast. And to prove it, here's an actual clip of Donald Trump explaining the memo.
According to new reports, 6 days before WikiLeaks released hacked emails from Hillary Clinton's campaign, Roger Stone, who I believe runs a haunted carnival, received a text from a friend reading, "Hillary Clinton's campaign will die this week," even though the actual moment her campaign died was when she said this.
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Not because of this. Federal prosecutors in New York are investigating whether President Trump's inaugural committee misused some of the $107 million it raised for the event, which I assume they blew on Photoshop. In a stunning turn of events, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to meet in May with Donald Trump or whoever is president in May. Trump would be the first sitting U.S. president to meet with the leader of North Korea, and it's also going to be the first time where both translators start every sentence with, "Okay, so what I think he said was..."
So now Trump is just sending the National Guard, not even the Army. This is such a Trump move. He promises a big, beautiful wall, and then the wall becomes a fence. And then the fence becomes the Army. And then the Army becomes the National Guard. Pretty soon, it's just gonna be a beware of dog sign. And how did y'all land on $130,000? That's such an oddly specific number. I asked Stormy to come on Update and explain it, but her agent said no, because if she's seen on camera with a black guy, her price goes down.
They got caught trying to obtain nude photos of President Trump from Russian pranksters.
Yeah, somehow I don't think Russia has a lot of pranksters. It's not like when the president of Russia poisons a journalist, he jumps out and yells, "You just got Putin'd."
Okay, I won't go there.
Hey, Michael, I'm sorry, can we please stop? Because I need to go to the bathroom.
Can't you just wait till the end?
No, because Mumford & Sons gave me a bunch of Sierra Mist.
Well, if you have to go, then go.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. I love you, Michael.
Carrie Crum, everybody.
I love my cousin.
President Trump fired Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and replaced him with CIA Director Mike Pompeo. Tillerson will return to his previous job as the Eagle from the Muppets. Insiders are saying that more major staff shakeups could be coming to the White House. Trump is firing people like he's trying to get us under the salary cap or something. It's kind of a little too late. It's like when those Domino's commercials say, "At Domino's, we're making some changes," and you're like, "Yeah, but you're still Domino's."
And the White House suspended CNN reporter Jim Acosta, claiming that during a press conference, he placed his hands on a female staffer who then tried to take away his microphone. And then the White House was... Wait, I'm sorry? Wait. Oh, no. What are you doing? I'm sorry, you can't take my pencil. No, that's not... I'm sorry, is this the...
I'm so tired of telling Donald Trump jokes. We've been making fun of this dude and his dumbass wall for so long. I gotta be honest, now I kinda wanna see the wall. I mean, I've never seen anybody so confident of such a bad idea. It's almost charming, like when Colin thought he could pull off cornrows. House Judiciary Chairman Gerald Nadler said that if the Justice Department doesn't hand over the unredacted Mueller report by Monday, he will initiate contempt proceedings against Man, just steal the damn report. Why is this so complicated? They found 30,000 of Hillary's deleted emails. I'm sure you can find a bootleg copy of that Mueller report somewhere. Why do they keep trying to play the rules with this guy? Democrats deal with Trump like white parents deal with screaming kids at supermarkets.
But at some point, if every single person you hired gets indicted, the odds are you had something to do with it. I mean, if all of Santa's elves and all of Santa's reindeer got busted by the feds, you would not expect Santa to tweet, "Totally clear for Christmas. Thank you."
President Trump is considering releasing detained immigrants into sanctuary cities to send a message to Democrats. What's the message? Have some more voters? Yeah, man, that'll show them. I don't know how they're gonna handle a bunch of immigrants in a city like New York. You can't scare us with more immigrants. That just means faster Ubers and more Elmos.
Chancellor, I hope you find some time, relax, and have fun. I mean, Halloween's right around the corner.
Yes. I already know what my costume will be. I'll be going as slutty Angela Merkel. That's me, but with a hat.
Angela Merkel, everyone. That said, it's still better than the Democrats' midterm slogan, "Oh, man, are we going to blow this again?"
The midterms are Tuesday, and this election will probably come down to people who never vote, like me. Personally, I'm saving myself for someone special. I mean, sure, this has been a decent week for Donald Trump. The same way a decent date with R. Kelly is to go home dry. Personally, I don't like when Trump is this quiet. It's like when I'm babysitting my nephew and he's quiet for too long, and I'm like, oh no, he's eating out that litter box again, ain't he? This Wednesday was National Walkout Day. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong picture. Oh, there it is. Vanessa Trump. You know what we do here, right? Vanessa Trump filed for divorce from her husband, Donald Trump Jr. It's a tough break, but I'm sure he'll take it on the no chin.
In other news, President Trump finally arrived in Puerto Rico this week, and let's just say, problem solved. Like a billionaire tossing 6 rolls of paper towels to hurricane victims. Watching this, I realize Trump might not be the best president, but he would be the best mascot. Just let him go nuts like the Philly fanatic, throwing free stuff to fans, cruising around on a 4-wheeler, mocking other countries while he shakes that big old butt around. This memo came from 40-year-old virgin Devin Nunes, who is chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. I gotta say, I don't really trust this guy to untangle a vast conspiracy. I wouldn't really trust him to untangle a pair of headphones. Now, I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, and it's pretty easy because his shoes are Velcro.
I feel great about Facebook's future. I sleep easy at night, upside down in my pressurized sleep egg. And sure, I still have all your photos, your memories, your unspoken thoughts and fears. But America, look me in my shark eyes when I say this, that on behalf of everyone at Facebook, I'm sorry. On opposite day,
Mark Zuckerberg, everyone.
I'm dabbing. Check it. I'm dabbing.
And the Michael Cohen raid is being called historic. It's amazing how we keep hearing historic in reference to things that are happening during Trump's administration, and none of them are positive. Historic has become a polite way of saying unbelievably terrible. Like, wow, the Cleveland Browns are having another historic season. Or if you walk out of the bathroom and you say, you better give it a minute. I just did something historic.
ESPN has suspended host Jemele Hill after she posted on Twitter her opposition to Jerry Jones threatening to bench players who kneel during the anthem. Worse, she will be replaced by, oh no, Mike Ditka. Earlier today, Suits actress Meghan Markle married some unemployed dude who still lives with his grandma. A report has found that 86% of people arrested in New York for marijuana possession are black or Latino. Well, duh. We're the only ones they search. That's like saying the only people that have STDs are the people that take tests for STDs. Dick's Sporting Goods has announced that in the wake of the Florida shooting, it will immediately stop selling assault rifles. Good. Maybe now we can stop pretending that hunting is a sport, because it's not. I've never seen a deer get shot, then grab his side and say, ah, good game.
Did you need an entire feature for this?
Maybe.
Are you done?
No. You know, sometimes I put on a propeller hat and then turn on the bidet and then try to make it spin all the time.
Michael Che, everyone. Weekend Update. I'm Colin Jost.
I'm Michael Che. Good night.
Some guy just gets on stage wearing a funny hat, and everyone claps, and then they just read off names forever. And the biggest nerd in the class gets to give a speech. It's a ton of crap.
Pete, that sounds like a high school graduation. You didn't even go to the Emmys last year.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. No, it still sucked, though. It did.
So what have you guys been up to since we saw you last?
What we do best, taking the Trump organization to new heights. I took a trip to India, which is an incredibly poor country, where I'm hoping to make a lot of money.
I saw Paddington too.
Yeah, sure did, bud.